Season is just about done. We got one more weekend of preseason football, y'all, and then it's time to look ahead to week one. But we're gonna finish off today, actually this week, with we're gonna finish off my. Let's see if I can nail it right here. My 2024 official Gridiron Nation NFL Divisional Preview Series. Yeah, lock it in, y'all. Kick it back with us. I got my special guest here today with me. My boy JP's up in the spot. So y'all kick back, relax, because we're talking about the NFC Beast, baby. So let's get it on and let's get it popping, baby. Let's do it. Gridiron Nation. Come on. It's time I get in the game, forget the money and fame. Stay ready, making sure that they'll remember my name. I got a hunger inside when the numbers are tied. I'ma turn it up a level, never will be denied. I got them back on their heels, not to have me a meal. Not Zeke, but I'ma eat the way I'm seeing the field. Take out the competition, they'll remember the name. The wicked one I always bring it, got my head in the game. Now it's on. Yeah. What is up, familia out there? What is popping on this Tuesday evening? Yeah, back at it again. It's been a while. Been a while since your boy did a live stream. So I figured it's time, bro. It's time, the football season's upon us. And I decided to end this whole preview series with the NFC Beast, bro. So it's about that time. So, of course, I had to bring on my boy, JP.
That's me.
He is the official Giants fan of Gridiron Nation. So I had to get you on, bro. What is going on, brother? How you doing, bro?
Doing good, brother. Thanks for having me again.
You already know. Man. It's been let's just say it's been a preseason, bro, that I know. I mean, okay, as a Giants fan, bro, you have not been surprised by anything you've seen, have you? Or maybe there's some players or somebody that's like maybe a pleasant surprise. I mean, because we know DJ, okay. But is there anybody on the squad that's kind of you've been like, all right, I like what I'm seeing from him?
I mean, Neighbors, of course. Like just watching his route running, his ability to get open, but it doesn't matter because Daniel Jones can't get him the ball anyway. So,
yeah, I know. Well, hey, but you know what, bro? Let's be real though. Neighbors is one of those guys, man. That this dude. I mean, I think I told you the other day, fantasy football, like he's getting a lot higher. The more I'm listening to stuff, the more I'm hearing about what he's doing in practice and what he did in the preseason. And I know what he did at LSU. He's getting a lot higher on my list. So maybe he's one of these guys that can come in, bro, and just make Daniel Jones better. Hey, you got Drew Lock, bro. So you never know. All right. You never know, man. But anyways, what is up, familia? I hope you guys are out there feeling good and living well and living blessed, man. Thank you for joining us on this week, man. This is the podcast that is made for the average hardcore football fan by the average hardcore football fan. Y'all already understand that's exactly what I am, man. And let's do it. Let's do it today, man. We got a lot to get into. Not a lot of topics, but it's a lot to break down with the NFC East, man, because everybody's talking about Philly, of course. I don't care what anybody says. They were all picking Philly last year too. So, and then we saw what happened in that second half of that season. Talk about an epic collapse.
And they lost to the Giants.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice, man. I was digging that, man. So, now let me ask you something, bro. Okay, you know what? Actually, before I do that, let's get into let's kick it off right now, y'all. I've been asking everybody to send some email, and I finally got actually a couple of emails this week, but I'm only going to go with one of them this week because it's going to kick off a quick little segment, that we were talking about before we came on. So The email actually comes from Caleb Lopez. What is up, Caleb? I know I have gotten the emails from him before. So it's good to see you back in the inbox, bro. So he says, I've been considering giving fantasy football a try. Convince me. What do you love about it? All right. Now, all right, JP, you've been what? You're going in your third year of fantasy football?
Third or fourth, yeah.
Third or fourth year? Okay. What's kept you in it, bro? What do you like about it?
It's just it it gives you a reason to watch every game, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
follow teams that you wouldn't even be paying attention to otherwise. You'll be sitting there watching the Texans play the Seahawks and cheering for a player, and people are
Yeah.
looking at you crazy.
Yeah.
You're like, "Come on, throw one more pass to
Yeah.
Metcalf. One
Yeah.
more."
He's like, I don't give a damn if y'all lose the game.
Mm-hmm.
I just need my boy making points. So yeah, I hear you. That I think that's what for Caleb, that just to answer that, I agree. That's probably the main thing is it gives you another reason to enjoy the game, but on a different level. Like, I'm watching if I'm watching the Cowboys and I got let's say I got Saquon and we're playing them, I'm like, all right, let's let Saquon run, but I don't want to lose the game. So if
Mm-hmm.
it comes down to where like now I'll be see that's when you got to deal with that kind of inner turmoil of let's say you've got if you're a Cowboys fan and you got Saquon and he scores the winning touchdown, you're like, damn it. Of course you're pissed off because the team lost, but you're like, well, he helped me win this week though. Now there's a money league. Because for somebody with
Mm-hmm.
money on the line or something, man, but it gives you another way to enjoy the games. I've gotten to really look forward to the drafts. I like the drafts a lot. It's a lot of fun when you're able to see, what your team, the way your team ends up. Uh, you know what's gonna happen, bro, this year because we've seen it. You've seen it in the money league. I think we might have saw it in the Gridiron Nation League last year. Somebody's gonna go out there and draft a quarterback in the first round. And that's going to be the kiss of death, and they're going to be trashed the rest of the season, Bubble. I'm just saying. So I just Caleb, if you play, don't do that. Don't.
Do not. You
I
will
mean,
end up.
really, really got to have Patrick Mahomes. Okay, but just know that if you do that, it's the kiss of death. Say goodbye to say goodbye to the rest of your season. That's it.
You will end up with nobody on your roster. Your starting receivers will be Wandale Robinson and I don't know. I don't know who else.
Yeah,
Uh,
you got Michael Gallup as your wide receiver
Michael
one.
Gallup.
You're gonna be in trouble. You got Deuce Vaughn as my running back one, baby. So don't do that. Yeah, don't draft a quarter. I mean, I guess if you gotta have them, then I hope you're in my league because that just means another good player is gonna drop down. And I shake my head because it's just I don't. Some people that have been playing for years, just you start getting your strategy down. But if you're new to fantasy football, just be prepared. Go in with your strategy, but also be ready in case it all goes to shit. And like in the second round,
Mhm.
everybody in your freaking league starts drafting quarterbacks. And then all of a sudden you're like, I was gonna wait till the fifth round, but I don't want to end up with I don't know. Daniel Jones is my quarterback one. I'm sorry, bro. I just came to mind. I was like, who am I
No,
thinking
yeah,
of?
that's like worst case scenario right there.
Yeah, yeah. So just because they're a starting quarterback does not guarantee that they're going to be giving you a lot of points every single week. So that's something to keep in mind. We got the Gridiron Nation draft coming up, and actually, I just had 2 spots open up. So if anybody out there you're watching this, hit me up. We got the draft this Sunday. I'll get them filled up before then, though. What kind of strategy are you looking at, bro? When you're going into this thing? I mean, for me, I'm looking
Mhm.
at I'm like I use this free league as like my test run for the money leagues next year. I'm gonna try
Mhm.
something new this year, and if it works, I might employ it next year. What are you looking at doing?
Bro, I can't tell you my strategies. We're competing in the same money leagues, bro.
You're gonna be coming up to pick after me. I'm like, nah, I know who he's drafting right here. I'm about to
Mm-hmm.
fuck that up.
I'll be like, all right, Nick Chubb dropping in my
Yeah.
lap, and then you come in and swoop him out from under me, bro. See, I
So
can't have that.
now who are you? Let's say you get your number one pick. Let's just say that nobody and it always sounds nice when it's like, oh, if you get the number one pick, but if you're like me, bro, I don't want the number one pick. I do not want the
Mhm.
number one pick, especially in a snake draft.
Yeah, in the snake draft, because everybody's picking twice before you
Mhm.
pick again,
Yeah, yeah,
and
and
that's
then you really have to make that second and third pick count
mhm.
because then you got to go another almost full 2 rounds. So let's say you got the first pick, right? Hypothetically, who are you targeting?
That's a tough one this year, bro, because CMC's dealing with the hamstring injury, and we all know hamstrings they can bother you all season.
Yep. What up, Angel? What is up, brother?
What up?
Okay, so
Justin Jefferson's starting quarterback is out for the season. He has
oh, oh man. Well, I mean, okay. Now before you go on with your thought, hold it though. This Sam Darnold's not gonna like throw all incomplete passes. There's gonna be a point where he's just gonna have to start throwing it up for JJ. But
but
could this be
it's
the year
Sam
that
Darnold, bro.
could this be the year that JJ becomes disgruntled after he just signed the contract and he's like, trade me?
It's like, get me out of here.
He's gonna be tired of it, faking an injury by midseason, saying I'm done. And to be honest, that's probably the dude that like the last 2 years that I was targeting if I was in the top
Mhm.
spot. Okay, who else? So you talk about CMC, JJ, and both valid reasons for dropping for maybe if you're thinking of
Mm.
dropping them a few spots.
And then like Nick Chubb, you don't know what he's gonna be able to do coming off that catastrophic knee injury. He broke his leg
Yeah.
in the third game of the
Yeah,
season last
and to
season.
be honest, if you draft him, you're probably not going to even be able to start him for maybe he might be out till midseason.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now, okay, what are you looking at? This whole CD Lamb thing is this whole
Mhm.
contract thing changing anything for you on where he's going to go, like how
CD
high he's
Lamb
going in drafts?
CD Lamb's probably gonna go high just because you know it's a contract year, bro. He's gonna be showing out. You know how these players play in contract years. Look at Josh Jacobs.
Yeah,
Was it 2 seasons ago?
yeah,
Led the
yeah.
league in rushing. Had never done that before.
It's just something they do, man. And you got to look at the
Mhm,
fact too that Dak Prescott could be in a contract year too, so he's
mhm,
going to be balling out. And the fact that Dallas's run game is going to be secondary now, that just tells me they're going to be throwing a lot. And
mhm.
CD Lamb, what's crazy is what did he have? Was it 1,700 yards last year? And to think that like the dude could have done more is like that's kind of a scary thought. I
Yeah.
don't know if he'll hit his ceiling, but his ceiling is pretty damn high. So if I'm looking, if I got the number one pick, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, that's who I'm getting. I'm getting CD Lamb. He's gonna be my top pick if I'm number one pick. Now somebody gonna go mess that up because I'm gonna have like the number two pick. JP's gonna have number one. He's gonna grab CD Lamb, and then I'm
Be
gonna be
like,
punching air. No, okay. So running backs. Now, of course, we got CMC. You got Derrick Henry, the top guys. Probably. Who else? Who else are we looking at the elite guys?
you got Barkley. He's behind a much
Barkley.
better offensive line now.
Yeah, I hate to admit that. I hate to admit that.
Me
But
too. I hate the team he's on.
yeah, you got Barkley. We got there's a lot of guys that people are not looking at that are going to get a lot of volume. You can look at guys like Jahmyr Gibbs, but exactly is he going to get the work in the red zone the way that was the thing is that last year Montgomery, I had Montgomery on one of my leagues and he
Mhm.
was racking up points because he was getting those touchdowns. He was getting the red zone where like Jahmyr Gibbs would get him down there and Montgomery would just
And
punch
then
it in.
Montgomery would punch it in.
Yeah. So anytime you got a threat of running back by committee, it kind of
Mhm.
it kind of scares me away from some of these guys a little bit. Like Miami, I do not want to touch their running backs if I have unless I don't have a choice, and it drop to me. But You got Mostert and Ahmed, and then they just drafted another guy. So you're like, okay, who?
The thing with Miami though is both those guys were fantasy relevant at the same time last season. A-Chain and Mostert, they were both going
Yeah,
off.
yeah, and I don't know. It still scares me, bro. Like that whole running back guy by committee
Mhm.
thing just scares the crap out of me in fantasy football. But sometimes you ain't got no choice because if you choose to go wide receiver your first 2 picks, you could end up with
Mhm.
somebody who's in a committee. But there's guys like James Conner who's going to get a lot of volume, but you have to also be
Mhm.
prepared for him missing maybe 1 or 2 games. So you got to have somebody on your bench, and then you look at the Texans, they got Mixon, and we saw what that offense did for Singletary last year.
Mhm.
But I'm just Mixon's a guy that I'm just like, I don't trust him either.
What happened to what was his name? The rookie. He was a rookie a couple seasons ago, had an
Oh,
awesome rookie
Dameon
year.
Pierce. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dameon Pierce. They're expecting him to he's been getting more work. I know with the first team again in practice because from what the coaches seem to say is that it just his run style, it was new to the scheme. So they
Mhm.
weren't using him as much. So he wasn't getting comfortable with it. And you saw it when he was getting, what did he average? Like 2.5 yards a carry, some
Yeah,
shit
he
like that.
just didn't seem the same.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's a guy that I don't know. I mean, I don't know. If I could stay away from the Texans running backs this year, I will too. Even their receivers scare me because there's a lot of mouths to feed there. You don't know which one of those guys is going to be, if I got to take any one of those receivers, I'm probably taking Nico Collins, to be honest. But
You're not touching Diggs, bro?
mm, I don't know, man. He's not the main guy no more. You know what I mean? He was getting all those targets,
Mm,
in Buffalo, and when he did, to the point that when he didn't get some targets, he was throwing a fit. So I don't know. I mean, maybe I could be wrong about this, and we're gonna come back and I'm gonna air this video like in a reel after he goes off for like 1,500 yards this year because like Nico Collins gets hurt or something. I shouldn't be saying
mm,
that, but because stuff like that happens when you play fantasy football, bro. Or how many
mhm,
times you see a guy that ain't, he's just 3 games. He ain't doing shit for you. 4 games in, nothing. You bench him, he goes off for 200 yards receiving. Never fails.
mhm.
Never fails. Or you trade him. That's even worse because then you can't plug him back into your lineup. I did that Jamar Chase's rookie year. If one of the leagues I was in, bro, first 3 games, he was trash. And I was like, I got to trade this dude while I can. Some people are still going to go on the name. And then he went off. Yeah.
See, bro, you didn't follow your own rule. You can't
Yeah.
trust the first couple games of the
Yeah.
season. It's
Yeah. Do
not
not overreact. Yeah. I know.
that that's not representative of who those players are and who that team is.
Well, that year was actually one of the years that kind of taught me that lesson the hard way. So, but if I'm looking at other positions, running back, I can't forget about Bijan Robinson. I think
Mhm. That's one I
he's
was
gonna
thinking
shine.
about too.
Yeah, that dude's gonna shine this year. That whole offense, man. I mean, Drake, not Drake London, but remind me, tight end,
Kyle Pitts.
Pitts. He becomes fantasy relevant again this year, just because Cousins is there. I think.
Does he though?
I think
Look,
he
bro,
does.
all I'm saying is Cousins asked, "What do I got to do to get that number 8?" And Pitts asked for targets, and Cousins is wearing 15. So,
Well, it's either that or Drake London because Rondell Moore is hurt now. You know what I mean? So
mhm,
I mean Kyle Pitts is a guy. I'm not gonna pick him high. Like let's say I'm there to pick my tight end, and obviously Kelsey will be gone by the time I get a tight end because I don't take a tight end in the first round. I just refuse to do that, even if it's
no.
Andrews or Kelsey. But if those two guys are gone, if Jake Ferguson's there, I'm picking him before I pick Kyle Pitts. Um, I'm picking old boy from freaking Arizona that came on last year. I can't remember his damn name. I'll take him first too. Oh, Sam Laporta is probably going to go pretty high in
Laporta,
drafts too. Yeah. So
Hawkinson.
Hawkinson though he's not going to start week 1 though. He's still coming off that ACL. I
Mhm.
don't know. And then of course with Sam Darnold there, I don't know, bro.
Hey, bro,
I
you
mean,
know how backups are with the tight ends, though.
yeah. I don't know,
Backup.
man. I feel like this year in fantasy, though, it's going to be a lot easier to, if you even want to wait for some of your, your wide receiver 2. You want to get your wide receiver 1 early, but your later wide receivers, even your flex, you could probably wait down the line because receiver is so loaded now in the NFL because
Mm-hmm.
it's a receiver's game. But if you're gonna wait on your running backs, guys, be prepared to either handcuff guys or just, I don't know. I mean, I've always followed the theory that I may sometimes I go in with the thinking, okay, I'm gonna draft me a wide receiver the first round, and then I get a high pick first round, and I'm like, wait, this would be a good chance for me to go get one of those running backs that's going to be an every week starter, and help me recently. Like Austin Eckler, I get him every year. He's not in that Chargers offense no more. That pass heavy offense. I'm not touching him this year.
To
I
be
mean, I
fair,
think it was. Go ahead.
nobody's in that Charger offense anymore.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
nobody.
And you know what? That still doesn't scare me away from Justin Herbert. I mean, I'm not going to chase him like I have every year. I'm not going to do that. But if he's as good as I like to say he is, then I have to believe that he can make a star out of one of these guys, whether it's Ladd McConkey, who they just drafted, or whether it's Joshua Palmer, who's been there, comfortable with him.
About your boy Quentin
Johnston.
Johnston.
Yeah. Johnston has the potential. Damn it. He's got all the tools except the hands. That's the
He
most
just
important
has no
thing.
hands.
He's got no hands. So I need him to, he's been dropping it in freaking preseason too. And I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
Luis Perez, bro. Luis Perez, my boy from the Renegades. He's backing up. He's the backup right now there in camp. He was over there in preseason, launched a nice one, bro, to Quentin Johnston. Wide open. In and out, and I was just like, I did the JP. I was like, man, I can't do this. I vouch for this dude. So we'll see, though. Yeah, that's it. We'll see. We'll see what happens, y'all. But hey, anybody wants to get in on the league? I got 2 spots left. It's totally free. Winner gets a trophy until we can bring a sponsor. Nick, maybe your people can sponsor him. Can sponsor this, Primo. We can give some kind of little prize other than the trophy at the end of the season. But y'all want in on this? Hit me up. It's first come, first serve, man. The draft is this Sunday, so y'all be ready. And if you're playing fantasy football, good luck to you. Unless you're in one of my leagues, then I hope you have a trash ass draft, and I hope you go quarterback in the first round. That's all I'm saying. All right, JP, go and draft you some Daniel Jones, bro. Believe in your quarterback.
In the first round?
All right, y'all. We're gonna take a quick break out for those of you watching on Fuel. Appreciate y'all. Anybody watching online right now, man. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we get back, we're cutting straight to the heart of the matter, baby. We're gonna talk about the NFC East, so y'all don't go nowhere. Stay posted. All right, we'll be right back.
Houston, we've triumphed. I've made it back to Earth with the cargo intact. The game-changing, time-sensitive payload is none other than the revolutionary energy flavor we've all been waiting for. Introducing Merc Mayhem Cherry Limeade. Merc Clan played a crucial role in securing this energy flavor, and together we've unlocked the future of power. Merc Mayhem is not just a drink, it's a statement, a fusion of relentless energy and bold flavor. The secret is out. Merc Mayhem is set to redefine the energy landscape, leaving ordinary drinks in its cosmic dust. Get ready for a taste explosion that matches Merc Clan's unparalleled power. Join the revolution, and let's unleash Merc Mayhem upon the world. Astronaut M signing off.
Yes, welcome back to Gridiron Nation 150. Here chilling with your boy, Gabriel Garcia, a.k.a. The Wicked One, and my dude JP, y'all hanging out with you on this Tuesday evening. Been a while since we did the live stream, man, but it is football season. And I know I like to talk about spring football being it's still football season, but we all know this time of year, because of high school football, college football, and of course, the big dog, the NFL, this is officially football season, man. Real quick, before we hit the main topic, man, let's hit the comments real quick, see what everybody's talking about. I like this. Angel says, is CD really being a fucking diva, bro? Or is it just trash talk? Because I haven't had time to actually look into it. All right. Now I'm going to tell you real quick what I think. And JP, I want your thoughts on what's going on. So, now, it was confirmed by Calvin Watkins, who is the one Cowboys insider there in Dallas who I trust. He did confirm that the Cowboys had an offer of $33 million a year on the table for CD. That's all we know. That's all we know. But obviously, a deal hasn't been made yet. But I have to feel like yesterday on Instagram, CD Lamb posted, it was one of those cryptic tweets where he just posted a picture. It was a picture of the Tobey Maguire with the black Spider-Man suiting up, putting the mask on. And everybody, Twitter, everywhere went off, trying to, everybody, we got to try and just, try and figure out what it is. And to me, I'm like, that means he's getting ready to suit up. Getting ready to suit up and wreak havoc on the rest of the league, because I got to be an optimist about this. But I do feel like everybody's like, oh, Jerry don't want to pay him. I'm like, well, if you offering $33 million, Justin Jefferson's getting 35. That's pretty close. So I got to feel like they're offering him something fair. But a lot of people don't understand, bro, that sometimes what gets held up in these isn't the amount of money per year. It's the amount of guaranteed money or the amount of years. The team wants maybe an extra year. The player doesn't, because they know the market's going to be a lot higher at the end of the contract. So what I'm thinking is that's the holdup. A lot of people are like, okay, is CD being a diva? It's hard to tell. But $33 million, I mean, come on, bro. $1 million or $2 million, and you're going to be like, no, I don't want that. Fine. Just tack it on to a damn freaking signing bonus or something, man. What are you thinking here, bro?
I don't think he's being that bad, bro. I think they're just working on, like you said, the contract, the guaranteed money, stuff like that.
It's all the details. A lot of people don't understand. You know what I mean? So what is up, Brett? Congrats to your damn Stallions. Winning it again this year in spring football, man. Eric, what is going on, man? How you guys doing tonight? Thank you guys for jumping in.
Called you Gab.
Here he is. Isaiah, what is up, Isaiah? We ready to do this Dynasty League, man. Isaiah? Hey, anybody want to get in on a Dynasty League? $25 a person, man. Let me know. All right, we're looking to fill a couple spots in Isaiah's league, man. So, Jersey, what is up, Jersey? How you doing, bro? Hey, Jersey, just quick FYI, the fuel thing didn't work. Okay, so I had to take it off, but we'll figure that out later for next time, man. For next time. So, Cousin Nick, what is up, primo? See if we can get some sponsorship, man. Me and Nick are going to be talking about a little deal here pretty soon. So, hopefully, man. And Isaiah says we do got some room. So, anybody want in on this, man? Let's do it. Now's the time. Now is the time. All right, bro. Let's do it, man. Let's get into the reason we are all gathered here today on this Tuesday evening, the last week 3 of the preseason. And then we got a week off. And then we get into the regular season. What is it? 2 weeks from this Thursday, where we've got the Chiefs and the Ravens. That is a hell of a game to start the season off. And damn. And then we got Rashee Rice. He's not getting suspended this year, apparently.
That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, likely next year. But so I like that though, because now I can target him in the draft. I target him in the draft along with Hollywood Brown. But Hollywood Brown, I don't even know if he's going to be there week 1. He's dealing with an injury too. But we ain't talking about that today. All right. Let's get right into the reason we are all here. The NFC East preview. Yeah. About to finish off my 2024 Gridiron Nation podcast NFL Divisional Series Preview Series. Damn it, I almost nailed it. Long title, bro. I got to come up with something simpler next year. I don't know, man.
You'll figure it out.
That week, man. Every damn week. All right, man. So let's look at the NFC East last year. Of course, we had Dallas win it. What was it? Third season in a row, winning 12 games. And then, of course, we had those damn Eagles. It's hilarious, though, bro. Because, you know, what they start? 10-1?
They were 10-1, yeah.
10-1, and then they ended up going 1-5 in their last 6 games, dude. Like, that was crazy. That kind of collapse. I mean, we saw Swift go from one of the better running backs in the league the first half of the season to a complete
doing nothing.
Yeah, to a disappearing act. And actually he used to do that with Detroit too. So it didn't surprise me. Didn't surprise me to see that happen. But
they were the first team in history to start 10-1 and not win more than 12 games.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy, especially when you think about you know, the players that are there. You know, just the roster they have and that defense. If you want to talk about a defense that took, I think, probably the biggest step back in a matter of one season, because in 2022 they were one of the better defenses, and then all of a sudden last year, bro, last year they were trash. Well, one of the worst among the last two. I think I have it here somewhere, man. I'm gonna break it down here a little bit, but they were like, I think, number 31 against the pass, bro. And this was just after they had remember they almost lost Bradbury and Slay. And they were like, oh, we kept them. They were able to keep them there. And it was freaking hilarious because they were both trash last year.
They were both getting cooked.
Yeah. So we're going to see what happens, though. I mean, of course, you know, the Georgia thing, everybody thought that by last year they were going to have the best damn defense in the league. They've had one player from that Georgia defense pan out. That's it. This is why I tell people you do not win anything in the draft. You know, when everybody says, oh, who won this draft this year? Like, you don't know who won this draft until maybe, you know, 2-3 seasons in. You see how a lot of these picks are playing out. So the Eagles fell apart. Washington, of course, was an absolute dumpster fire. Probably, quite possibly, the worst offensive line in the league. Starting offensive line. And I say starting because I know the Giants' O-line was
the worst.
But, hey, you guys did have a lot of injuries, though, on that line. Not saying that the players that got injured would have made it a whole lot better, but when you're losing so many starters, I mean, what can you do? I mean, then Barkley just jumped ship. He's like, I'm gone. And then of all teams, bro, all I kept hearing was Giants fans, bro, saying it before he signed, like, anywhere but Philly. Anywhere but Philly. He was like, hey, sorry, y'all. I'm going to Philly. It's about to go down. I don't know, man. How did that feel, bro? How did that feel?
That's painful. I can't say I didn't see it coming. You know, he went to Penn State. He's a Philadelphia native.
It's true. That's true. I guess that's a good point. But still, there's no excuse. I don't care. I used to like you, Barkley. I used to like you, Saquon. I can't handle it no more, bro.
I still like him, but I also hate him, you know.
Yeah. I feel you. Isaiah says classic Eagles. Exactly. I'm hoping we see another collapse from this team this year.
I hope it's even worse.
I hope they just start off trash and end up that way the whole damn season. Fighting to get back to 500 by the time we get to week 16. That's what I'm hoping to see. I'm not counting on that, but that's what I'm hoping. So let's get into it, bro. I'm gonna start off with my number one squad, and it's probably gonna be obvious. And I ain't gonna lie about this. I had to do a lot of thinking about this because of who my number two team is, which is probably going to be another obvious one too. I think most people have Dallas and Philly as the top two in this division. But of course, I don't care. Call me biased. I don't give a damn. Defense is going to be the difference in this division. Okay. Everybody likes to talk about how defense wins championships, and everybody likes to talk about, you know, defense is what's going to get you there. But when it came to the Dallas Cowboys this offseason, it's all been about Dak, CeeDee Lamb, and, of course, not signing any big free agents on offense. All right, I get that. But what people aren't understanding is Dallas had a top 5 defense last year. Okay, finished at 12-5. They were number 5 versus the pass, Granted, they were middle of the pack, number 16 versus the run. I expect that to be better this year. They got Demarion Overshown coming back from ACL that he tore in the preseason last year. He's looking like a freaking star so far in camp and preseason, like the guy that we need there in the linebacker spot. They went and signed Eric Hendricks, pulled him away. Niners almost had him, and last minute he saw Zimmer going to Dallas. He said, "I'm gonna go play for my old coach," so that's gonna help, especially with Van Der Esch gone. Now, the key here for me is Zimmer, his scheme is going to be using Micah Parsons a lot more, where he's going to be a lot more dangerous. He's going to be hitting that A-gap a lot. So they're not going to know, is he playing run? Is he playing blitz? Is he going to drop back in coverage? So I think Micah Parsons is really going to shine off of this. But then you got to look at the secondary. Okay, we already had one of the best safety duos in the league. They're coming back. But now you've got – oh, where'd you go, JP? Where'd you go? You're there. Now we got Trayvon Diggs coming back healthy. Okay. And DaRon Bland has arrived. He officially made himself known last year as a premier ball hawk by making history. So I'm looking at this defense, and of course we've got DeMarcus Lawrence. They got Osi Odigizua. Mozzie Smith is looking good in preseason. They've slimmed him down. It looks like what Zimmer is talking about doing is working for him. They said, Mozzie, we're going to get him back to basics and get him in a position to do what he's brought here to do. Well, they did go and add some more players on that defensive line over the last week and a half. And then, of course, Micah Parsons. So I'm looking at the defense as being, I know everybody's talking about the Cowboys offense, bro, but I think this defense, to me, is going to be a top 3 defense. I think as long as the guys stay healthy overall, it's going to be one of those defenses that is going to be more improved against the run, which has been the weakness. They were able to get it up to middle of the pack last year. I think they can at least get to the top 10 this year. And if they can do that, along with that secondary, watch out, bro. Watch out. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Middle of the pack until Green Bay.
Hey, Aaron Jones ain't there no more, okay? But the Vikings ain't touching the playoffs, so we ain't got to worry about that. Damn, he did, though. That boy ate on our defense.
Sliced y'all up.
They did. So, now, when I look at the offense, though, okay, I'm looking at the players that Dallas lost. Of course, they lost Tony Pollard, but I think everybody was kind of disappointed with Pollard last year, you know, based on the expectations. And I kept telling people he's not an every down back. But all the people that wanted Zeke gone, once we got in the red zone last year, halfway through the year, they're like, damn, I wish we had Zeke back. Yeah, exactly. He's gonna be that red zone guy. It's gonna really be up to the running back room, Rico Dowdle. Royce Freeman's been looking pretty good in preseason, but I don't know, man. That's why, you know, before we came on, me and you were talking about it. That's why I really think that this team is going to be a very pass-heavy team. But I think Zeke's going to be a weapon in the red zone. And I really feel like they can still make a move. I mean, there's been rumors that they're talking, you know, to Delvin Cook's people. And I don't know how true that is. I mean, I ain't going to be mad about it. I'm just saying, Jerry, if you can make it happen for cheap for 1 year, make it happen. But the offensive line's big for me, though. They lost Tyron Smith, but they went and got Tyler Guyton. And the way he's looking, I think he's going to – we're fine. We're fine at left tackle. Dak Prescott, if he's in a contract year, then I expect him to throw for another 4,500 yards like he did last year. You know, yeah, he was, 69% on his passes, 36 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Bro, that touchdown to interception ratio is ridiculous. I mean, it's impressive considering that he was one short of 10, but he did tell people, remember that when he said it in the offseason and people were clowning him on social media because he said, I will not have 10 interceptions this year. I will not. He came.
Is that a 4-to-1 ratio?
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. So, and then, of course, I mean, CD Lamb, you talked about him. We expect him to have a big year, whether he signs or not. I think Brandon Cooks will be a bigger part of the offense this year. They didn't use his speed the way I thought they could have last year. And then Turpin, we're going to see how Turpin steps into the wide receiver 2 role for Gallup. It's time. 3 years in, it's like now or never for him. And then, of course, Ferguson, the tight end. We all know how much Dak loves the tight ends. So I think the offense is going to be high-powered again, at least through the air. So I got my Dallas Cowboys, bro, dominating with defense, winning this thing again.
Yeah. I hate that I have to agree with you, bro. I also have Dallas finishing number 1.
Okay.
The one weakness I see on your roster is your running back room. There's no guy that I'm really afraid of back there that's going to take it to the house in any touch.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel you on that. I think when we look at guys like Deuce Vaughn has that ability, but he's not going to be a 3-down back. Like, I don't know if we really have. I think the closest thing we have to a 3-down back right now is Zeke. And we all know this isn't Zeke from his when he was winning rushing titles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Way past his prime, Zeke.
Yeah, and I think that's why his thing is going to be the red zone.
And you do have one of the best defenses in the NFC East.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the best defense in the NFC East.
Yeah,
okay?
That's just because you got that star on your hat, bro. That's why you think
Hey, like I said, they were number 5 overall last year. Okay. And say what you want about whoever they played or about whatever that you play your schedule. That's all I could say. That's my comeback anytime you tell me that, JP. All right. It's always about you play who's in front of you. But I think what do you think about with Diggs coming back and now with Bland on the other side, man? Like how dangerous is that going to be?
That's a dangerous corner duo, bro. Diggs is that shutdown corner you don't want to throw to the other side with Bland over there, always waiting to intercept the ball. That's
gonna be interesting to see what quarterbacks do, because we all know when you have pass rushers, like they have Tank Lawrence and then of course Michael Parsons, Osa Odigizua. When you have pass rushers, it's a ball hawk makes it that much more dangerous because he doesn't even have to have the ball thrown to him to affect the play, because it's going to make a quarterback kind of hesitate. And it might hesitate. Twice. Yeah, just enough for that pass rusher to get there and make a play. So that's why I feel it's going to be a different defense, a better defense this year. But again, a lot of it comes down to health. We saw Diggs went down last year, but that also gave Bland the opportunity to step in and show what he had, which is the reason why a lot of people were kind of a little irritated that they didn't re-sign Gilmore. He went to Minnesota. But I do like our young cornerbacks. I think we have a good young secondary, our depth, and sometimes you just got to give these guys time to shine. Not to mention, I mean, come on, we don't have no damn money. We ain't spending no money this offseason anyways. I think everybody knows that. It's not going to change now. So, all right, bro. So we agree on the first one. All right. Give me your number 2 squad.
For number 2, as much as I hate them, I want them to go 0-17. The same thing. It's the Eagles.
Yeah.
They did lose big weapons on their defense.
They did.
They lost their Hall of Fame center.
No more tush push.
No more of that.
No more tush push. I don't know if your new center is going to like that feeling of his face being smashed into the ground when everybody else piles up behind him. Well, the Eagles fans like to call it, what do they call it? The brotherly love?
Shove.
No. That's a tush push. Okay? Pushing your quarterback in the ass. That's what y'all are doing. All right. So, all right. What are you seeing with Philly this year?
With Philly, I look at a lot of the stuff they lost, but they're still at the core the same team. They still got AJ Brown. They got the other dude whose name I always forget, the little beanhead receiver.
Oh, Devontae Smith.
Smith.
The one that they all insist is a wide receiver 1, even though he's already proven that he can't be. Yeah.
Yes. Saquon Barkley, of course, that boosts up their running back room big time. Even though people think DeAndre Swift is the same caliber player, he's not. I'm sorry.
He isn't, bro. And I think I don't even think Bradbury is what he was. He had the one good year with them after he left the Giants. And then last year, it was like, whoa, you talk about a drop off.
Major step down.
That was
from
crazy.
both him and Darius Slay.
Yeah.
Neither of them played as well as we've seen them play in past seasons.
Yeah. Yeah. So you talked about the players they lost. Well, they went and lost Hassan Reddick, traded him away because they knew he was going to want a new deal. But the Jets first of all, the Jets, y'all knew this dude was going to want a deal. Why didn't you? I don't know why they haven't. They're surprised that he's holding out for a new deal. Like, you knew that was going to happen, but he led the team in sacks last year. So I don't see any additions they've made to replace that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, you Reed Blankenship, your safety, was your leading tackler last year. That shows you how bad everything was going on in their secondary. People were getting by into the secondary.
If your linebackers are not your leading tacklers, something is wrong.
Yeah. And you talked about the core team. So offensively, they were number 8. Okay, I get that. Number 16 in pass, number 8 in the run game, number 7 in scoring. They were putting up points. Jalen Hurts, of course, you're going to love him in fantasy because he can run. This year, though, he's got a new offensive coordinator, a name of Kellen Moore, that Cowboys fans know very well.
Don't be surprised if he leads the league in interceptions this season.
Yeah. Don't. And Eagles fans, do not be surprised if y'all got a big lead in the fourth quarter and you start passing the ball. That's all I'm saying. And then you lose that big lead all of a sudden because that's something he likes to do. I mean, they still got Dallas Goedert there, 592 yards last year, 3 touchdowns. But he seems to be a guy who's going to start getting up there in age pretty soon. We talked about A.J. Brown, but the big addition, of course, was Saquon Barkley. Behind a very good best offensive line he's probably been behind.
Probably by far.
Yeah, even without Kelsey there, it's still a pretty good offensive line, but he's going to make the defense better, of course. I mean, the offense better. But I'm looking at the defense, bro. Number 26 last year. They were number 31 versus the pass. They were number 10 against the run, but number 30 in scoring, which means you got on their side of the field. You were pretty much guaranteed points against this team. Lose their leading sacker. That leaves Josh Sweat with 6.5 sacks, who was next in line right there. Jalen Carter, of course, was the big one we talked about from Georgia, of the trio that they drafted, who actually has played very well. He was a freaking wall last year. But the cornerbacks, I still don't trust. I really don't. I don't trust the secondary. Now, I get it. They went and drafted those 2 cornerbacks in the league that everybody's talking about. Oh, my gosh. Okay, but y'all didn't learn from the Georgia thing, media, when you were blowing that up and they were like this, they're going to be amazing. I mean, what are the chances that the two rookies they got in the secondary actually pan out and actually make this secondary, from being the second worst in the league, make them that much better as rookies when they're going up against guys like CeeDee Lamb and now, Neighbors, and now you're going to have Terry McLaurin to deal with, twice a year. So that's why I got Philly going second, because of the fact that I don't think this defense is going to be as good as they need to be. They're still going to have to score a lot of points because their defense is going to give up a lot of points. So that's the way I see it, bro. So, but for those of you enjoying the show on social media or on YouTube, we're going to take one more break, y'all, and then we're going to come back and finish it off with the bottom 2 teams that we've got. Go talk about, break it down a little bit, all right? So do not go nowhere, Gridiron Nation, baby. We'll be right back.
Same great taste. Yes, same great taste. Same great taste.
Yes. After a short break, we are back. About to finish off this NFC East preview. So we both agree. Dallas finishing in first place. Philly finishing in second. So now, I told you, bro, that I had I've been flip-flopping on my 3 and 4 here. Okay, between New York and Washington. And I see the moves Washington made. I get it. They brought in some veterans, and I know they went and drafted themselves a quarterback. And I know the media is hyping that all up, but that means they do that with all rookie quarterbacks. So let's be real. But not everybody's going to be a CJ Stroud. You know what I mean? And to be honest, if I think there is a rookie quarterback that's going to be starting this year that is capable of duplicating what CJ Stroud did, he's not in the NFC East. He's in Chicago with Caleb Williams. I know how high I am on him because of the pieces they put around him. But I guess what I'm saying is I decided that I think the media, everybody's overhyping Washington a little too much with the rookie quarterback. Okay. So I'm gonna go with the number 3 team that I went with last year. I gotta go with the New York Giants. And just to start it off, I think it's right there. DJ's last stand. I know he's not in a contract year, but he might as well be this year, bro, because I think the hot seat, this is the year where there's no more Saquon. They went and got you a number 2 last year, okay, with Jalen Hyatt. And they got Jalen Hyatt for him last year. Now you've got a legit wide receiver 1 in Malik Neighbors, a guy who really does have the talent and the skill to be able to come in as a rookie and just shine. That's how good this dude is. Okay, so I think that Daniel Jones is in a position now where it's put up or shut up. We paid you all that money. You're not going to be carried by your running back now. Now you have to go and show that you can do it. You have your wide receiver 1. You have you guys, to be honest, bro, the Giants, I've told you this before. If guys can stay healthy, you guys actually have a solid wide receiver room, bro. You guys got some depth in that wide receiver room. Now you got Wan'Dale Robinson finally coming back for a full healthy season. He's going to be in the slot. And then, of course, you've got Daniel Bellinger at tight end. Y'all also went and drafted another tight end. So it's all on DJ this year, bro. At least on the offensive side of the ball. I got to believe that DJ is at least going to do enough for y'all to finish with 7 wins, bro. 1 win ahead of the Washington Commanders. But I also look at the defensive side of the ball. I think your defense is going to be good. A lot of people are looking at it, and they don't know a lot of the names. But that's because you guys have taken a lot of these players that you drafted 2 years ago, and you let them kind of work behind the scenes a little bit. And then, of course, bringing in Brian Burns, bro. I mean, come on. With Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah, that defensive line looks nasty.
That defensive line is going to be a problem for every quarterback in this division. I'm being real with y'all on that. So that's what I see, man. Now, I think the loss of Xavier McKinney, the leadership, that may hurt, but this is where you give an opportunity now to somebody else, not only to step up on the field, but in the locker room. And you say, all right, Xavier's not here. Who's up next? So I got y'all finishing in 3rd place, bro. And to break it down, also, I think Brian Daboll, I think the top 3 coaches with, Mike McCarthy and over in Philly, freaking Sirianni, hate his ass, and even Daboll. I think all 3 of them could be on the hot seat. I don't think Daboll as much as the other 2 because you guys have kind of went through a little bit mini rebuild here. And that's not even talking about your offensive line and the moves y'all made. It's a lot better on paper right now. So I got the Giants finishing 3rd in the NFC East. What you got, bro?
I also have the Giants finishing 3rd.
Okay.
So we have the same list.
Yeah.
But
and y'all, we did not plan this out. We didn't even give each other our list before.
We did not. I just cannot see Washington outperforming the Giants. It's like I tell Gabe all the time, no matter how bad the Giants are, we could be 2-15, and those 2 wins will be against Washington. Every season, no matter what. It's weird.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about Washington in a second.
And
But
that's the whole. I think that's that's the division thing, man. Like it doesn't matter how good a team is. You know, like you talked about with y'all being Philly last year. You know, and that happens like every year where y'all are like a threat to Philly when you guys play both times. I love watching you guys playing because they fight. Those two damn teams hate each other. Like, y'all think everybody hates Dallas, but on a personal level, I don't know what it is. It don't matter how many players y'all run through, how many different rosters, how the rosters change. It's like once you're on Philly, once you're with the Eagles or you're with the Giants, you're automatically told, all right, that's the team that we're gonna fight with.
Like, we hate them.
Yes, we hate them. So all right. So now we agree on that. Now, what do you think about? Obviously, I mean, it had to make you happy that Neighbors got drafted. Finally, a legit, what y'all been waiting for, a legit wide receiver one since Odell Beckham Jr.
Bro, don't say what y'all been waiting for. What I've been waiting for is a new quarterback.
Hey, man, you never know. Drew Lock may get an opportunity to shine with the Giants this year. I'll tell you that much.
He probably will.
Yeah, that's who y'all went and got. Now you still got Tommy DeVito there, but I think at least right now on the unofficial depth charts everywhere, it does have Drew Lock as the number 2 guy. But hey, you never know, man. I thought actually DeVito played with a lot of heart, bro. You know, he won some games that got he won some games last year that got the fans excited. You know, in a down year, that's hard to do. So I got to give him props, man. And then his agent just looking like he's part of the mafia or something like that. It's kind of dope, bro. It's like a nice little story that everybody was running with. It was like memes on the internet and stuff. So people had fun with it, man. So all right, so we got the Giants number 3. So that means obviously we both agree the Washington Commanders finishing 4th. My reason here, bro, I just think too many changes, you know. Too many moving pieces, as that says. I know they brought Dan Quinn in. It's obviously he's a good. I think he's a good coach. I mean, he did get Atlanta to the Super Bowl. How they were 1/2 away from a Super Bowl, and then they turned into a meme forever, forever.
Never
on that date.
Never live it down.
Yeah. So, but I mean, he did bring all new coaching staff, offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury. So there's a whole new scheme coming in. You know, new defensive scheme coming in with Joe Witt, who he brings from Dallas. So. I look at the fact that, you know, they made those trades in the midseason last year with Chase Young and then Montez Sweat, who went to Chicago and just freaking became a beast over there again. But, you know, they lost Curtis Samuel. And a lot of people don't understand how good he was with this offense last year. You know, Curtis Samuel was actually the second leading receiver on this team behind Terry McLaurin. It wasn't even Dotson last year. So, he's gone. He's in Buffalo now. They bring in Austin Eckler. I still think Brian Robinson is going to be the 3-down back. Eckler, I think the scheme's going to hurt him. I really do. I think Eckler was a product of Justin Herbert and that pass-heavy scheme that they had under Staley there in LA. So they bring in Jaden Daniels, of course, who they drafted in the first round, won the Heisman. But will he be the same without Neighbors? You know, those receivers he had at LSU who both went, you know, in the top 20 in the draft this year. So, and then they bring in Zach Ertz and everybody's all excited. And I'm like, this ain't Zach Ertz with Philly. Like, this is not the Zach Ertz of 8-9 years ago. You know, it's 7 years ago. Like, Zach Ertz has trouble staying on the field now, like to the point, remember, he even contemplated retirement mid-season last year. So I don't see tight end being a threat there. Man, they made a few different moves. They had a good center, Tyler Biadasz from Dallas. Okay. But other than that, their defense was last in the league last year overall, last in pass, number 27 against the run. They bring in Bobby Wagner to try to help that out. That will help. But, I mean, you're going to get how many years? Let's be real, bro. How many years? We talk about it every year, right? How Bobby Wagner just continues to get a lot of tackles.
Every year we say there's no way. He's got a decline this year, right? He's in like his 13th season, and he still leads the league in tackles. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I mean, how many more years can he do it for? You know what I mean? Like, how many more can he keep doing this, bro? But They brought in Dorrance Armstrong too. He's a defensive end, but he was a backup for Dallas. So he's going to be the starter there now. He's a veteran. I don't know how much better that makes him. They still have Jonathan Allen there, defensive tackle, and Deron Payne. And they added safety Jeremy Chin from Carolina. That is an improvement at the safety spot, but their cornerbacks, they went and lost, their starters. Now they got backups moving up. So, in my opinion, before I hand it off to you, they lost their best cornerback, Kendall Fuller. He's gone. They lost Cody Barton, the leading tackler, linebacker. I just don't see enough. I think there's too many moves that they made that's going to affect their scheme because the scheme changing. And then you've got a rookie quarterback who's supposed to take all of this. You know what I mean? And flip your team around in 1 year. I don't see it, dog. I just don't see it. I got them finishing fourth, winning 6 games. And that's the way I see it. And Dan Quinn, I'm sorry, bro. Thank you for the defense you put together for us, but no, I don't see anything improving much. At least not this year. We'll say that.
I'm of the same mind, bro. Like you can't tell who's gonna be the starting running back. You don't know who's in charge in that position. Your quarterback's a rookie. It's hard for a rookie to take charge in their first season. That's just the way it is. These people been in the league. They're not going to treat you like you're the Heisman winner or whatever.
Yeah. That's true. It's true. You got to earn the respect. You're putting them on a team. You brought in a bunch of veterans, which is cool. But yeah, you got to earn the leadership spot on these teams. These veterans aren't just going to hand it to you. And playing with somebody like Terry McLaurin, who's been there for years. And I feel bad for Terry, bro, because, I mean, just such elite talent, bro. And he's been stuck there.
Just trapped. Trapped, bro. So, I don't know, man. I don't know if I see Washington even. I mean, they won 4 games last year, 4-13. I mean, that's an improvement. At least I'm predicting an improvement, right? 6 wins. I got the Giants winning 7. I think Philly and Dallas, though, of course, are going to make the run for that. But Washington, this is going to be a year where I think this is where you let your new rookie quarterback grow. But let's hope it doesn't stunt his growth because we've seen it. Not all quarterbacks can come in, start their rookie year, and develop and end up being a very good quarterback after starting as a rookie. Sometimes it actually works in the opposite way for them. So where they just decline very fast.
Yeah. So that's how we got it for you guys, man. To break it down one more time, and let's actually go to a graphic here that I put together. Since we both agree, I can post this. I think there it is. All right, y'all. So we've got, of course, the Dallas Cowboys right up there at the top, taking first place in the division. The Eagles, number 2. Giants, number 3. And then, of course, we've got Washington, 4th place. And I don't know, man. If y'all disagree, that's okay. Okay. But don't come at me like with y'all, you don't know nothing. Your list is trash. Give me something to talk about. Okay. Give me something that we can debate about. Maybe some little football knowledge as to why you think the Washington Commanders are going to win this division. Okay, because we know it ain't going to happen. All right, it ain't going to happen. Washington ain't winning this division. The Giants are not winning this division. It's going to come down to the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. And to be real with you guys, it's one of those that it can go either way. It can go either way. So, but just if you're going to come at me with your list is trash, dog, so, you don't know nothing, Washington's about to win this thing, you better come at me with some facts, okay, as to why it's going to happen. If you're going to come at me with the Eagles, okay, I can handle that debate. Let's do that. I will take that seriously. But don't come at me with Washington because that ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen. So that's how I got it for y'all. But if you disagree, hit me up and we'll talk about it. We'll debate about it. Tell me why. like I said, though, don't come with no nonsense. All right, that's all I'm saying about that, bro. So
You would need some very strong analytics, breakdowns, footage, everything to get me to
the
believe
all
Washington
22
is.
film, yeah. They talk about freaking Daniels being like the rookie of the year. Well, maybe, but I don't know about that, man. He ain't got the weapons that guys like Caleb has in Chicago. So if he had those kind of weapons, you know, I might, and that defense that they have there in Chicago, I might be like, okay, maybe, but no, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. So now, just to hit y'all off before we let you guys go, we talked about an email question earlier. If y'all got any questions that you want me to read on the show, talk about it, hit me up, gridironnationpodcast@gmail.com. Holler at your boy, man, and we'll talk about it. Whatever you want. Doesn't have to be football, doesn't have to be sports, be entertainment, movies, whatever you want, man. We like talking about all of it here. Gridiron Nation comes to you every Tuesday evening, usually, not always, sometimes, most of the time. There you go. And y'all don't forget to check out my new show, Off the Grid with Gabe Garcia. It's available on YouTube and all audio streaming platforms, y'all. And just to be sure that I show y'all again, the graphic right there on your bottom left, available on all those platforms, y'all. So go on and hit me up, Gridiron Nation Podcast. Subscribe to the channel, okay? Trying to get the subscribers up. I'm up over 200 now, so it's progress. It's progress, but we're getting there. We're getting there, all right? So now, before we go, okay, Corey chimed in.
I was just looking at
And that is interesting because I got to be real with you, bro. The Giants, they're 2 seasons removed from being a playoff team. You know what I'm saying? So I think one thing Dable can do, why I love Brian Dable so much, is because he knows how to get his players to play hard for him. Like they want to go out there and perform for this dude. So if the Giants can find a way, I think they'll beat the Eagles once, they'll split. If they can find a way to beat the Eagles maybe twice and split with Dallas, then it's possible. It's all going to come down to Daniel Jones and your defense.
the defense. I believe in more than anything. As good as the defense is, that's how bad Daniel Jones is.
Think about Daniel Jones. Think of it as a contract year, bro. Okay, try to look at it that way. You know what's gonna happen though. You're gonna see it this year, y'all. Don't be surprised. You're gonna see it where Daniel Jones is gonna be on a drive, 4th quarter. They're down by 4 points. Okay, 2 minutes left, and he's running, he's scrambling, he's hitting guys on the sideline. They're getting out of bounds and they're driving, bro. And then the pocket breaks down and he runs for 25 yards. He gets the first down. And then they're gonna get there, and it's gonna be 10 seconds left in the game. They're at the 2-yard line. He's gonna drop back, pass, he's gonna throw an interception. That's what's gonna happen. Unless he's gonna have to use Neighbors this year, the way Kurt used Justin Jefferson. He's out there somewhere, bro. Just go let your playmaker make some plays, man. So I think that, Corey. All right, that's a little different. It's a little different, man. So I was like, well, okay.
Did you know the Giants defense actually was tied for the lead in turnovers last season?
Yes, that I did know, and I actually forgot. I got mixed up in my notes here, but they were one of those defenses that was they very good at the takeaways. And I gotta wonder though, man, you guys got new defensive coordinator this year, right? Shane Bowen. Now, do you know, was he in-house or did they bring him in from outside? Because I know Martindale, he's not there no more. Am I right?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. So Shane Bowen's there. But I don't know. We'll see if this defense can continue to do that. It's going to be interesting, though. It's going to be an interesting year, y'all. Y'all get ready. NFL is about to be lit. It's coming in, man. Coming in strong. Don't forget, guys, catch the Gridiron Show on Saturdays, 11 a.m. Mountain Time with my boy Jersey the King. I have not been there, okay? Looking to hopefully go on here within the next week or two. But y'all stay posted. Either way, go on and jump on Saturdays, y'all. Jersey always brings it, man. Always has a good show for you. You can also catch him on Jersey the King Show Thursdays at 9 p.m. Mountain Time on the Fuel Network, man. He's talking all things Vegas, man. My boy, he's got it locked down in Vegas, bro. He went and got his freaking media credentials and everything, man, covering all the professional sports out there in Vegas, man. So shout out to Jersey doing his thing there, man. And also, I put this out last week, and I've gotten responses on it, okay? But this is going to be a topic I'm holding over for next week, guys. Social media segment. Do you think the 2024 Olympic men's basketball team could compete with the 1992 Dream Team? All right? Young cats, old heads. I want to hear it, okay? But come with some logic, please. I'm getting too much of this. The 92 Dream Team would roll them. Y'all need to tell me why. Okay, be legit about it too. We'll talk about it on next week's show. I promise you that. And also, guys, next week I will be breaking down the NMSU Aggies. Go give y'all a little bit preview, quick little preview next week. Show you how the roster has changed from last year's bowl game and everything, man. New coaching staff. So we're really looking forward to some Aggie football here in Las Cruces this year, y'all. So y'all be ready for that next week. All right, man. So
can we address this lie right here by Corey? Talking about his numbers have been better overall than Eli in the same time frame.
Is he talking about Daniel Jones?
I think he is, and that's just not true.
See, I wouldn't even put him in the same category as a passer as Eli. Like, I mean, maybe he's a bit, yeah, he's more mobile. He's more mobile if you want to go there. But Eli's a Manning. That's what Mannings do not run the ball. You know what I mean? I mean, you got Giants fans. They've been saying it for years. They're like, Eli, come back. We don't care how old you are. Nothing can be worse than this. It can. Y'all be careful, okay? Because it can get worse.
I mean,
it can.
If you look at Eli's first 4 seasons as a starter, he's always throwing for over 3,000 yards. Daniel Jones has only done that twice, barely over 3,000 yards. He's always throwing for over 20 touchdowns. Daniel Jones has not done that at all.
Yeah. That's a good point. It's a good point. Well, I like what Corey says here, though. He says if Jones can score some points off those turnovers, they will be scary. Yeah, you can get all the turnovers, but it ain't gonna matter, you know, if you can't get some points. So that's why. But this year, Corey, I'll say it again, it's all literally on Daniel Jones. I'm sorry, but Singletary is not gonna take the league by storm at the running back position this year. All of a sudden, you know what I mean? He's not. He's gonna be a nice compliment to the pass game, but I just don't see it, bro. I don't know. Daniel Jones, come on, bro. You proved JP wrong, and you make me proud, Daniel Jones.
By all means, prove me wrong.
But do not do it against my Cowboys. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Real quick, before we go, quick shout out to my brother Ignacio. What is up, brother? Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on, man. Definitely. And Corey, last comment says, look at Eli Manning's first 6 seasons compared to Jones' first 6. I mean,
I just did. That's what I just said.
Yeah, those stats. That's what it was right there. So, and I mean, plus he's got a long way to go before he's looking like a Super Bowl winning quarterback, which Eli managed to do twice with a wild card team. Okay, so that's a whole different animal there. That's all I'm saying. Even I like, we would clown Eli and memes and stuff.
But even it as I said it. Okay, I feel you.
even I respect what Eli did. So you know me, you know, I'll hate. I was bashing him like, you know, the faces he would make. There were memes and stuff, but I can't hate on the quarterback Eli Manning was, how tough he was, the way he got him through those playoffs, man, when they, you know, beating the greatest of all time on the biggest stage of all time.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. If it was not for Eli Manning and the New York Giants, damn, what would he have? 8 rings? Damn, Tom Brady would have 8 Super Bowl rings. Oh.
Because he has 7, doesn't he?
Oh, does he? I thought he had 6. What did he win with the Patriots? 6. Oh, the Patriots do have 6. That's right. He's got 7 with Tampa. Damn, he would have 9 rings if it was not for Eli Manning.
You're welcome, world.
It's time for us to get up out of here, guys. But before we do, real quick, y'all, we talked about fantasy football, and y'all know that NFL season is betting season now. They're real big on it. So the message this week, y'all, is just if you're going to bet this year, you're going to put down a lot of money, man. Just do it responsibly, guys. I actually have seen it from two guys that I've known very well, man, over the last few years, just lose a lot. One of them, I will never say no names, but lost his family because of this stuff, man. Like, they get really crazy into some of this betting. I love throwing, the money on fantasy football leagues, but the minute you start telling me always like 200 a team, 500, I'm like, yeah, look somewhere else. I'm like, I know I'm good at this, but no, I can't do that, man. I can't do that. And then you got guys throwing all this money online, betting on games, betting on the over-under, and that's cool. If that's your thing, respect, especially if you're good at it. But do it responsibly, man. Don't let it take hold of everything that you got. You know what I mean? Don't let it be the reason that you're watching football. I watch same reason as you, bro. We watch to support our team. We get into it, the other games, because of our fantasy football leagues, and it's fun. But at some point, some of these dudes, when it's the betting like that, bro, and you've seen videos of guys who lose a lot of money and they flip out, it is no longer fun at that point. You know what I mean? Like, how can you even keep watching football when you're getting mad to that point? Stop breaking your damn TVs too. And I'm tired of seeing those staged freaking videos that we see on TikTok now. TV still got the little tag on the bottom right. You knew that was a TV that they brought just to make that video in particular, bro. So stop doing that. But seriously, y'all, if you're going to bet this year, it's all good. Do your thing, but just do so responsibly. All right? That's all I'm saying about that. So, JP, before we head out, my brother, you got anything else you want to say?
Never bet more than you are willing to lose.
That's right. And never bet more than what you can't cover. You know what I mean? Like, don't be putting up no $500 when that's coming out of your rent. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure that's some disposable money that you got to bet. Over there talking to your girl about, don't worry, baby, I'm about to pay off 3 months right here after the Cowboys win. And then they don't win. And then you're mad, throwing stuff at the TV, cussing out Dak Prescott. That's your fault.
Don't sit there thinking, I don't have to eat this week. I'll just...
All the money you got left is going on a bottle of Jack Daniels because you got to drown that shit away somehow. We're out of here, y'all. So y'all don't forget, Gridiron Nation coming back at you next Tuesday. Will not be live. I'll have a recorded version because I'm going to be on vacation, baby. So I'll record that thing early up on Tuesday. Have it out there for y'all. And I'll be talking NMSU football. Maybe get into some fantasy football. Send me your questions. And we'll look ahead to week 1 next week, y'all. So I am Gabriel Garcia, a.k.a. The Wicked One. That is my boy JP, Giants fan extraordinaire. Yeah. DJ, bro, I'm telling you, DJ going to play like he's in the contract here.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Yo, are you willing to bet on that? No, I didn't think so. Nah, hell no. Hell no. We're out, baby. But before we go, y'all, no matter what life throws at you this week, man, make sure you find your place of zen. You stay there. Whatever the problem is, man, it's going to knock you down, but you can get back up, evolve, adapt to it. See what life is throwing at you, man. Make sure you get up and you swing back and just adapt, man, because in the words of the great Bruce Lee, all y'all got to do is be water, my friends. We're going to catch you guys next week, man. Thank you, familia, for joining me, joining my boy JP. We are out, baby. Catch y'all on the other side of this. Don't forget, real quick. YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube. All right, we're out, baby. It's all one love. Peace.
Always lyrically blessed, eating all my competition for dinner, cause I'm a winner. Sometimes my heart is sick, but inside lurking a sinner. Better come with a plan, I got my fans in the stands. If you don't know, well, they gon' tell you Wicked One is the man. Who gonna let them know the power coming though?